Jorrel Hato, Chelsea's new star defender. Jorrel Hato, a rising star in European football set for a breakthrough at Chelsea. Few young footballers in Europe today generate as much excitement as Jorrel Hato. Since debuting with Ajax's senior team in January 2023, he has quickly earned a reputation as one of the continent's most promising defensive talents. It's no surprise that a host of top clubs have been eager to sign him up over the years. Although major Premier League teams like Arsenal and Liverpool have shown interest, Chelsea seem to be leading the race to secure this teenager's signature. The Blues are gradually reaping rewards from their daring approach in the transfer market, and Hato looks poised to be their next significant young acquisition at Stamford Bridge. Here's a detailed and from the moment you watch Hato play, it's evident he embodies the philosophy of totaal voetbal, or total football. This Dutch footballing ideology emphasizes versatility, where any player can adapt to multiple roles on the pitch. Hato perfectly illustrates this concept. Primarily a defender, Hato is not only tough and assertive in tackles, but also surprises many with his remarkable recovery speed. However, his true standout feature lies in his ball skills. Thanks to his low center of gravity and quick, agile footwork, Hato excels at carrying the ball forward. You'll frequently notice him initiating attacks from deep, confidently driving the ball up the field to spark his team's momentum. When sprinting forward isn't the best option, Hato switches gears and unleashes arguably his most valuable skill, his passing ability. As a left-footed centre-back, he is known for precision in breaking opposition lines with both short, incisive passes and longer distributions. This adaptability allows him to tailor his gameplay based on the flow of the match. Reflecting on his upbringing at Ajax's famed academy, Hato shared with The Athletic, "If you come through Ajax's system, you're always encouraged to be brave with the ball. One of my strengths is dribbling past opponents and creating scoring opportunities. It all depends on having space to exploit. But if it's there, I'll always try to push forward." Beyond his technical prowess, Hato impresses with his leadership and maturity, qualities evident not just during games, but behind the scenes as well. In the 2023-24 season, he was honoured as one of Ajax's vice-captains, and remarkably became the youngest captain in the club's history, at just 17 years and 282 days old, a testament to the respect he commands. One challenge that has drawn some concern is Hato's physical presence. Standing at 5'11", he isn't the tallest defender, which could pose problems. While he boasts an impressive vertical leap, experts have noted that players around his height often face difficulties in central defence roles, especially in physically intense leagues like the Premier League or at elite clubs such as Real Madrid. Francesco Farioli, Hato's former manager at Ajax, explained this dynamic in an interview with Cronache di Spogliatoio, stating, "The club still sees him as a central defender, but realistically, at top-level football, someone 1.81 meters tall like Hato can struggle in central roles when it comes to physical battles." Hato himself has acknowledged this, admitting in a 2023 discussion with Ajax media that he needs to improve aerially. A later interview with Helden in August 2024 saw him candidly comment that gaining more muscle would be essential if he aims to compete at the highest level. While Hato is undeniably strong, he has shown inconsistencies when facing taller opponents physically, which is why senior teams have often deployed him as a left-back rather than a centre-back. It's also worth noting that Dutch football has a rich tradition of producing players with Hato's skill set and style. Fans and analysts often draw parallels between him and Manchester City's Nathan Ake, a player with a similar background who once played for Chelsea. You could also compare him to Joško Gvardiol, another defender excelling under Pep Guardiola. Interestingly, Hato himself has embraced comparisons to Arsenal's Jurrien Timber, whom he regards as a mentor. He shared, "Coaches told me to look up to Virgil van Dijk, but at the under-18s level, I always looked up to Jurrien Timber. I played alongside him for 6 months before he moved on, and I learned a great deal from him. When I joined the first team, he was my guide." I really admire his calmness on the ball and his defensive skills. Another influential figure for Hato could be Chelsea legend Thiago Silva. Although Silva didn't rely on overwhelming physicality either, his graceful style and intelligence at centre-back served as a key source of inspiration for the young Dutch defender, who watched him closely growing up. At Chelsea, Hato is unlikely to immediately slot in as a starting centre-back. The club already boasts a talented young left-sided defender in Levi Colwill. Instead, it seems more probable that Hato will spend much of his time playing at left-back, where his ability to drive play and defend dynamically is highly valuable. Even as recently as 2024, Hato expressed a preference for centre-back. But in April 2025, he told AD that he now views himself as a versatile all-rounder, equally comfortable at left-back. This adaptability is crucial for Chelsea, who need reliable alternatives to Marc Cucurella in that position. Chelsea's head coach Enzo Maresca favours full-backs who invert to midfield positions during play, a tactic seemingly tailored for a player like Hato. Whether he tucks inside as a left-sided centre-back or pushes up into central midfield areas, expect Hato to make a smooth and impactful transition into the team. However, should Hato replace Cucurella in the starting lineup, Chelsea may need to adjust their formation. The two players differ significantly. Maresca often utilises Cucurella's strengths by assigning him an attacking midfield role, a position Hato hasn't yet fully mastered. Hato would likely operate deeper on the field, either in midfield or back in defence, while the right-back, whether Reece James or Malo Gusto, would be encouraged to push forward aggressively. Most importantly, Hato's arrival provides Maresca with greater tactical flexibility. Cucurella has been a vital contributor since the Italian coach's appointment, but having another talented, versatile option allows the team to tailor its approach more effectively against various opponents. And here's the part most people miss. Is this strategic depth enough to push Chelsea beyond their current plateau? Or will Hato's versatility create friction in a squad already adjusting under new management? Only time will tell. But this transfer certainly raises fascinating questions about Chelsea's evolving style and ambitions. So, Chelsea's defensive spending, the rise of Jorrel Hato. Imagine shelling out over €400 million on defenders in just 4 years, yet still struggling to build a reliable backline. That's the reality for Chelsea, a club now poised to add another name to its lengthy list of defensive investments, with the rumoured €40 million acquisition of Ajax's Jorrel Hato. While the Dutch left-back has drawn praise for his potential, fans might hesitate to celebrate just yet. Here's why. The Blues have spent a staggering €395.2 million on defenders since 2022. Yet few of these high-profile signings have lived up to expectations. And this is the part most people miss. This spending spree isn't just about talent. It's a pattern that raises bigger questions about strategy, management, or even whether money alone can fix a defence. Hato, once a hot topic in Arsenal transfer rumours, is reportedly close to a move to Stamford Bridge, with Fabrizio Romano suggesting final talks are underway. At 21, he's undeniably a promising prospect, but joining a team that's already brought in 11 defenders since 2022, like Wesley Fofana, €80.4 million, and Marc Cucurella, €65.3 million, means he'll face an uphill battle for starting spots. Chelsea's recent defensive signings, from Andreas Christensen to Benoit Badiashile, have seen mixed results, leaving supporters to wonder, is this a case of overpaying for unproven players, Or simply poor coaching? But here's where it gets controversial. No other European club comes close to matching Chelsea's spending on defenders. Tottenham Hotspur, the second highest in this category, has spent just €238.8 million. A massive gap that begs the question: does Chelsea's approach reflect ambition or recklessness? And what does it say about the club's ability to evaluate talent when so many costly signings fail to deliver? Let's break it down. Since 2022, Chelsea's defensive outlay includes players like Fofana, Cucurella, Thiago Silva, and now Hato. Even at €40 million, Hato's fee adds to a total that dwarfs competitors. Yet despite the financial firepower, injuries, form slumps, and tactical mismatches have plagued many of these signings. Could this be a symptom of a deeper issue, like a lack of long-term planning or a revolving door of managers who demand different styles? And here's the kicker: Hato might not be the last defender Chelsea signs this season. With the January transfer window looming, the club's appetite for defensive reinforcements shows no sign of slowing. But will this cycle ever break? Or is it a case of pouring money into a problem that requires a different solution entirely? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you think Chelsea's spending spree is a sign of confidence in their scouting? Or is it a recipe for disaster? Are other clubs better at balancing budgets with defensive success? Or is this just the nature of modern football? Top your take in the comments. Let's debate. Chelsea signed Jorrel Hato from Ajax. €43 million deal explained. Premier League 2025 transfer news. Chelsea's bold move, signing Jorrel Hato from Ajax. In a significant development in the world of football, Chelsea Football Club has successfully negotiated a deal to acquire the talented defender Jorrel Hato from Ajax, as reported by sources to ESPN. This transfer, valued at €46.5 million, approximately $53 million without bonuses, marks a pivotal moment for both the player and the club. Hato, who is just 19 years old, is set to join the Premier League side after Chelsea's initial bid was turned down just a week prior. This young Dutch international has made a name for himself, having played 111 matches for Ajax since he joined their youth academy in 2018, and he made his first-team debut in 2023. A versatile defender. What makes Hato particularly valuable is his versatility on the field. He is capable of playing both as a centre-back and a left-back. His skills were recognised at the national level as he made his debut for the Netherlands in 2023, showcasing his potential on an international stage. Interest from top clubs. Over the past 2 seasons, Hato has been a consistent performer for Ajax, attracting attention from some of the biggest clubs across Europe. Notably, he was previously linked with Arsenal last summer and earlier this year. But the Gunners opted to sign Christian Mosquera from Valencia instead. The bigger picture. This transfer is not just about Hato. It reflects the ongoing dynamics of the summer transfer window, which is often filled with surprises and strategic moves. As the window progresses, many clubs are looking to strengthen their squads, and Chelsea's acquisition of Hato could be a game-changer for their defensive lineup. What's next? As fans and analysts alike watch this transfer unfold, one must wonder, will Hato live up to the expectations set by his hefty price tag? And how will this impact Chelsea's performance in the upcoming season? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think Chelsea made the right move in signing Hato? Or should they have pursued other options? Let's discuss.